Hi, this is Vishwajit. Today we are going to talk about the dark side of marketing. The ads you did not know was an ad. Like 96%, that's how many sponsored posts researchers found were never disclosed as ads. Not 10%, not 40, 96. Today I want to talk about the dark side of influencer marketing. Good morning, my name is Vishwajit and today I want to speak about the dark side of marketing, how influencers are getting paid and how the normal people are getting influenced. You scrolled past this morning might be the most sophisticated deception in modern marketing. So, here is the issue. Influencer marketing works because it borrows trust. When a friend recommends a product, you believe them, right? Because they have got nothing to gain. Brands figure out that they could rent that same trust by paying someone to look like a friend giving a genuine option. Instead of looking like an ad, the FTC has rules for this. If an influencer receives money, free products, or any material benefit, they are legally required to disclose it clearly using a hashtag like ad or sponsored, visible without a click. When that disclosure is skipped, buried, or disguised, the entire post is built on manufactured trust. This is not hypothetical. In 2025 alone, consumers filed class action lawsuits against Revolve, Sheen, Celsius, and Elo Yoga seeking damages from like 25 million to over 500 million dollars. The core allegation in every case was the same. Influencers presented paid endorsement as personal opinions with no disclosures at all. The Revolve complaint is particularly telling. It alleges the same influencers used proper disclosures when promoting other brands, but consistently left them off when posting about Revolve. That's not an accident, that's a deliberate instruction to disguise the advertising. And it's not just a fashion. Temi paid over like $15 million to settle claims of false health claims combined with undisclosed celebrity endorsements. BetterHelp paid 7.8 million for hiding both paid endorsements and the fact that the user therapy data was being shared. So who actually gets hurt here? Three groups. Consumer pay the price literally. The Revolve lawsuit argues shoppers paid 10 to 40% more than competitors, specifically because undisclosed endorsements made the brand seem more desirable than it was. Honest influencers get hurt too. The ones who do disclose properly are competing against creators who don't and look less authentic for following the rules, and the market itself gets hurt. Research on nearly 100 million tweets found that the vast majority of sponsored posts were never disclosed. When deception is norm rather than the exception, consumer trust is all online recommendation erodes. And even the honest ones, they fail to prove themselves. So why does this persist? Why does this persist despite the legal risk? There are three reasons. First, enforcement has been weak relative to the money involved, of course. FTC fines have historically capped around like $53,000 per post for a campaign that generates millions in sales. That's a rounding error, not a deterrent. Two, it's evolving fast. Secondly, it's evolving very faster than the regulations. Brands are now using AI-generated synthetic influencers and disguising sponsorship as organic viral movements, staying one step ahead of disclosure rules built for simple hashtag ads. The compliance data from 2025 found that 76% of India's top digital creators were still in violation of disclosure norms, up from 69% in the year before. The problem is not shrinking, it's getting worse. What's actually shifting? The incentive now is not the FTC, it's a civil litigation. Class action damages of $500 million make disclosed endorsements a genuine balance sheet risk, not just compliance checkbox. Beyond that, three things would help: clear and unambiguous disclosure standards enforced at the platform level, meaningful penalties tied to the campaign revenue rather than flat fines, and frankly, consumers building the habit of asking a simple question before trusting a recommendation. Would this person say this if they were not being paid? Influencer marketing is not unethical, but it's not unethical by design. Paid partnerships done transparently are a legitimate business model. The dark side is not the payment, it's the concealment. The moment a brand asks the influencer to hide that payment, marketing management process from persuasion into deception. And as the last 2 years of lawsuit shows, that line is no longer just an ethical one, it's a financial one too. So thank you so much for watching, and don't not forget to ask a question like, should I trust this person, and do I really need this product? So yeah, thank you so much. This was Shuchi talking about dark side of